Going into this game, we knew that North Carolina was very dangerous on the perimeter with Stephanie Watts, Destiny Walker, and Jamie Cherry. Just the way they come off of on-ball screens, the range that they have from three-point line. And, we had to be well aware of where they were at all times and how we were going to defend them. And I couldn't be more proud of the way our players bought into our defensive game plan. We ended up making an adjustment when they adjusted. I thought we defended and then were able to create off of our defense to offense in the first half, being able to put some points on the board. Kawhi Bradley had a tremendous performance today, just at both ends of the floor, rebounding, defending, offensively, shooting the ball with a lot of confidence. And it's exactly what we need from her. But the second half, North Carolina, we knew coming out of the locker room at halftime that they wouldn't back down, that they would make adjustments, they would come out more aggressive defensively, offensively, and it's exactly what they did. And they went to a lot of on-ball screens, and they went with a smaller lineup. So to combat that, we went with a smaller lineup as well, and we ended up switching on all on-ball screens, 1 through 5. So it ended up being more effective, and then with that lineup going smaller, we went with a 5-out motion, which gave us some good looks. Thought Elena Gribble hit some key shots. Destiny Gibbs, just ball movement. We were more aggressive offensively. And I thought we got complacent when they started attacking us full court, where we could have extended our lead, and then we were taking tough shots with the shot clock winding down. But it's a tough situation to be in when your team, the other team, is playing with a sense of urgency and you have a lead. You don't want to shoot quickly, and you end up playing into their hands somewhat, where you're taking bad shots as the shot clock winds down. But it was a great team effort. I mean, all the way through, offensively, defensively, and any win in the ACC is a huge win.
Can you assess your team's performance on offense during this game?
I thought we had some good moments and some moments of struggle, just like any game. Kawhi Bradley obviously gave us great scoring from the perimeter, being able to knock down threes. Elena Gribble, another guard who can extend defenses. Callista Walters is someone that I would continue to harp on her, not turning down open looks inside, just because of how effective she is around the rim. I mean, she has a great shooting percentage and makes good decisions, but I thought she was a little unselfish. Brenna, I thought she got a lot of good looks. I thought she just struggled with some of her looks today, but those are shots that she can typically hit. And I thought our ball movement was good. Jasmine Whitney was a spark off the bench for us as a playmaker, taking care of the basketball. She and Asia Bug did a great job of managing the game throughout the course of this, their run and everything they threw at us. And I thought offensively, we handled everything they threw at us, because they'll throw a 1-3-1 trap at you. They'll switch all on-ball screens, which tends to disrupt what you're trying to do offensively, and then the full court pressure. I thought we did a good job of handling that as well. So overall, we put 68 points on the board. I'm not sure the last time we saw 68 points. So great effort offensively, I thought.
What influenced your decision to not start Jasmine Whitney this game?
This is the second game in a row that she hasn't started. With Jasmine, she is dealing with a back injury that in leading up to games, she is hardly practicing. 2 days before a game, she hasn't been practicing, and then she's limited the day before, and really just felt that it was disrupting the rhythm that we were having in the practices, because I'm playing Asia Bug at the point in practice, and then I'm moving her to the 2. And then someone else is starting in practice, and then they're coming off the bench in the game. And just to give us a better rhythm going into games, just coming off of our practices, we just thought it was a better decision for her coming off the bench. And dealing with that back injury, I felt like she wasn't the same player, and my expectations were Jasmine Whitney from earlier in the season when she was healthier. But I thought today she looked more like herself than in previous games.
Do you feel like your team's depth gives you an advantage against your ACC opponents?
You know what? There are so many teams in this league that are deeper. They're bringing All-Americans off the bench at Notre Dame, at Florida State, at Louisville. I mean, you're looking at the teams that are 8, 9, 10, 11 deep. We're playing basically 8 players right now. We've shortened our bench a little bit. But when you have Elena Gribble coming off the bench and hitting shots, and you have Callista Walters who can be a scorer inside, and you have that tandem, being a spark off the bench, and Jasmine Whitney. So you look at those three players that come off the bench. I like our rotation right now. Cassie Walsh was sick, and I think that kind of affected her a little bit in getting minutes in the last couple games.
Kawhi had the most minutes played today. Is that something we should expect to see going forward?
You know, we talk about this all the time. You know, when I said to Kawhi about, she and I sat down, had a conversation, and I just said, you need to make it impossible for me to take you off the floor. And I don't go into a game having a preconceived rotation of who my first sub is. It's a game-by-game thing. It could be Asia. It could be any one of them. And so Kawhi was having a great game. She was rebounding. She was hitting shots. She was making plays. And, she didn't come off until she picked up her second foul, probably with 2 minutes to go in the half. So, she's someone that we've talked about how she can impact our team offensively and defensively. And when she plays like that, you can expect those minutes.
How do you guys expect to prepare and handle playing Virginia on Sunday?
Well, having seen Virginia, I've seen them a couple times leading up to, because they played the opponents that we've been playing, and they play an extended 2-3 zone that inverts everything towards the middle, which is something we haven't seen. And they're long and they're athletic and they're strong. So we'll just have to find ways, and hopefully our practice guys can imitate what they do and simulate the type of length and pressure and physicality that we will face going into Virginia. But we'll have a week to prepare. The first couple of days we'll have some days off, but when we start preparing, we'll worry about us the first couple of days, and then get back to preparing for them just like we do any other team.
Jasmine Whitney appeared more confident in taking her own shots today, as she attempted 8 field goals, and she only had 3 assists. Would you rather have her look to create her own shot in the future or distribute for her teammates?
Well, with her injury, every time she hits the floor, I cringe, just not knowing what she's going to be like when she gets up. But I thought she was more aggressive, looking for it, and some of it was the play calling from me. From the sideline of bringing her off of screening action, because she is one of our craftier guards coming off of those on-ball screens, looking for her shot, looking to get to the rim. She ended up getting to the free throw line. But just putting her in a situation to be successful, and we're pulling out all the stops with her rehab. I mean, she's dealing with chiropractors, with physical therapists, with our athletic trainer, with our strength coach. I mean, doctors, just everything to manage this back injury that she is dealing with. And I thought she looked like she felt better today than she had any other day.